We're going to go over how to be a top producing real estate agent. Number one thing we need to do is decide what do you actually want to achieve from this year 2022 in your business. How much money do you want to make? How many sales do you want to have? How much free time do you want? How many trips do you want to go on? So first thing I want you to do is I want you to get a blank sheet of paper or even notes and start writing down, this is my goal for this year and why. We're going to start with a goal, and it's going to be an income goal. For easy numbers, let's say you want to earn, not net, you want to gross $100,000, a cool 100K. First thing we're going to do is say, okay, well, how many transactions do we have to sell to earn $100,000? Well, let's work backwards. Let's say your median average sales price is $500,000 at, let's just say it's 2% for easy numbers. At 2%, that means 500,000 times 2% is, easy math, 10,000. That means in order to earn this amount of money, you'd have to sell 10 homes. Now, does it get a little bit more complicated? Yes, because you have broker splits. What else do you have? You have actual cost of goods sold, actual expenses. Not everything is a net. You have taxes. And so I want to say probably when I earned $100,000, I probably ended up taking home maybe close to like 35 to 40K. So I want you to keep that in mind. Once you start doing these, if you make 100,000, you might get to keep 35 of it. Typically take your income, take out a third for expenses, a third for taxes and everything else, and then you keep a third of it. So now we've decided how much money you want to make this year. And that I'm just going to say, want to sell 15 homes because no one wants to start at the bare minimum. You want to actually do a little. That's why you're on this webinar. So now we're going to do what we call the 1-3-5. We know that you as an agent, whether it's your first year or your fifth year, we'll do easy numbers. Let's say you want to sell 15 homes. That is your number one goal. Every single day you wake up and you are there to attack the day, to find a buyer, to find a seller, to get them under contract. Every single day, you're looking for a way to help a buyer or a seller so you can get your escrow. Every day, that's what we do. So today, our goal is, this year, our goal is 15 transactions. But just like if you run any other business, you need to know where the clients are coming from. I can tell you that I guarantee Chipotle, Starbucks, Dick's Sporting Goods all know who their buyers are and where they come from. Same for you. If you're a gas station attendant, you probably want to be open 24/7, meaning your phone is on, so that way you can start taking business in. We're going to figure out where those sources of business come from right now. Number one source of your business is going to be what we call your database. Lexi, why do I have bad handwriting? That's your database. This is going to be one of the three sources of your business. Number two, as a brand new agent, you probably want to be doing open houses or some type of geographic farm. So let's say open houses. I'm just going to abbreviate OH. Now, for your third source of business, and it can be anywhere, but I'm just giving you some good ones to go off of. Let's say you want to do online leads, or maybe even want to circle that. We can get into what all these are a little bit. So now we know this year we're going to sell 15 homes. Let's say 5 of them come from the database. 5 of them can come from your open house. 5 of them can come from online leads. That means every 2 months, you need to close one open house, one database, and one online lead. Now we're starting to figure out, okay, we know how many transactions we want. We know where the source of the business is coming from. But here's where the most important step is, and this everybody forgets to do, is we need to have a strategy around each one of these. That's why they call it the 1-3-5. So we're going to go over your 5 strategies. Thanks, Lexi. So let's start with your database. We're just at DB. We should have 5 strategies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just in case you couldn't count. First thing with your database is we need to be in communication. I have a question for you. If I print out a giant picture of your face and I walk around your neighborhood, and if I say, Mike, I'm going to go to your neighbors and I'm going to show them this picture of you, will they know, will every single one of them know who you are and that you're a real estate agent? If the answer is no, then we have some work to do. So the first thing we need to do is you as an agent need to have what we call quarterly calls. These are not sales calls. Our goal with the database is to build a real relationship with these people. This is a relationship-based business, and it's also a contact sport. I'll explain that a little bit. Let me just make a note so I remember to tell you. Meaning every 3 months, you've got to chit chat with these people. You got to get on the phone. I'm going to call you, Mike, see how it's doing, see what's going on. How's your work? How's your wife? How's your kids? How's the dog? Oh my gosh, you're in ice skating. I love it. Just talk to them. You don't even have to ask them questions about real estate because eventually when they need to do something, they will bring it up to you. If you know them well enough, you can even say, hey, Mike, let's say you're brand new in the business. You could say, Mike, just a heads up, I just got into real estate. If you're a real estate agent, I'd love to be the guy that you work with. Oh, cool. Okay, thanks, Devin. Appreciate it. It doesn't have to be complicated. You don't have to go through this weird script of like, who do you know that might want to sell real estate? Maybe you could work with me. Could I earn your? No. Hey, Mike, can I be your realtor? Cool, sounds good. So we start with quarterly calls. Then we want to make sure that every single one of these people in our database, we have what we call a follow-up plan. So this is a couple things. I like to throw it under the birthday card. So you give everybody a birthday card now. You have Christmas cards. You are an experienced individual. You are affluent, and you send out Christmas cards. That is your new thing that you do every single Christmas. And when you get to the point where your business is really going, you're actually going to start sending out monthly mailers. Because you can't call Mike every single quarter or 3 months without, like, you can't call him every month. It's too much. But you can call, check in. Hey, I drove past your house, want to see what's going on. You can call and chit chat. Now we're going to send out monthly mailers. You need to have a newsletter. Every month, we do it weekly. But you can start monthly. You're going to have a newsletter. This is your opinion about the real estate market, showing that you're informed. And if you get lazy, this is what I used to do. You can just send out the monthly stats. So what are we doing here? We're building a relationship. Check. We are showing that we're actually human beings who care about them. Check. We send mailers or proof of success via snail mail to show that we're still selling real estate, so that way they don't forget about us. Check. And then we're going to demonstrate that we are market experts by sending out a monthly newsletter, explaining the market, what's going on, any deals you may have. And the very last thing, which is one of the most important, is you're going to wine and dine these guys. You're going to hang out with them. You are going to be their friend. You are going to be friends with them. Which means, what do you do with friends? You hang out, you go out to eat, you get food. You're going to do lunches and dinners with these guys once per year. Understand, some of the best business transactions I've ever had in my life came from me buying somebody lunch. Spend the 25 bucks, get a membership at Elks Club, Outrigger Canoe Club, Waikiki Yacht Club, Hawaii Club, whatever it is, and bring people to lunch there. Let's recap this. We have 15 transaction goals. We have 3 sources of business. Our first source is the database. These are our 5 strategies around the database. Next thing, we have open houses. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so for open house, number 1, the most important thing you can do if you do nothing on this list and you do one thing, is all you have to do is you sit an open house and you learn a couple scripts that allow you to ask for the business. My open house script is this. Oh, come on in, take off your shoes, please sign into my iPad. Here's a folder with, here's information about the house, here's personal client testimony so I don't have to talk your head off. Here's information from escrow. This is what, if you're getting a mortgage, this is what it would look like. If you had to do a contingency sale, is this your first purchase on Island, or are you doing my first purchase? Okay, so you wouldn't even have to worry about that. I'm going to take that out. Okay, this folder is for you. Let me show you around. You walk them through. This is this, this is that. Show them things that they obviously don't know. Don't just say, this is a bathroom, this is a backyard. You say, no, this is, you can see the outline of the perimeter of the lot. Those orange stakes actually belong to this yard. Just beyond that is the other person's property. If you look back up at the roof, we actually have asphalt shingles. They replaced it back in 2017, so it's good for another 28 years. All of these things you want to point out. So what are you doing? You're demonstrating value, you're taking charge, you're showing them in, you're having them sign into your iPad so you have their information. And then at the end of the tour of the open house, you're not just like, come on in, take a look, and that's it. You're guiding them. You are the guiding light of real estate, and you need to be the person that guides them into the next level. So the most important thing you can do is ask for the business. At the end of the tour, I ask this one question, which is, Lexi, hey, by the way, do you guys already have a real estate agent that you're committed to and is really helping you? Typically, the answer is 50-50. They're going to say yes, no, or not really, or kind of, sort of. And then when they say no, not really, kind of, sort of, you say, oh, well, I'd like to apply for the job to work with you guys. Is that okay? And you smile, and they like nervously chuckle, and they look at each other if it's a couple, and they say, yeah, sure. And then you just so happen to have a notebook or a notepad that you pull out and you say, okay, cool. What are we looking for? Oh, we want a 3-bed, we want a 2-bath, we want this, it's got to be this area, this is our budget. What do you want to keep your monthly payments under? I know that's very important. Oh, we want to keep it under 3,700, Devin. Okay, got it. I've got a couple places in mind. What's your schedule like this week? I've got a little bit of time tomorrow afternoon if you're free. No, Mondays are tough for us because of this. Well, let me do this. I'm going to send you a text and an email now. Are Tuesdays okay, or weekends a little better? Weekends are a little better. Okay. Well, let's plan for next week, Saturday. I really have a couple places in mind. I'll email them to you first. And then maybe if I send those today, how about tomorrow night? Let's just hop on the phone for 5 or 10 minutes and go through them together and see what you really like and what you don't like. Is that a lot? It's not. I promise, once you learn it, it is so easy. And I have closed so many open house leads by just saying, can I apply for the job? Can I work with you guys? Is that okay? Now, sometimes but you're going to be like, Devin, what if they say they have an agent? Oh my God, what do? We ask them, oh, cool. Have you guys signed anything already and locked yourself in? Whoa, we haven't locked ourselves into anything. Okay, no problem. Well, I'd like to apply for the job, give you guys a second opinion, see if I can't find a really good property for you. I know a couple off markets. I know this, make sure you actually do. And it's going to make your life a lot easier. So number one, we ask for the business. Number two, we're not even going to get into this one, but you got to follow up. Here's what I say. If you're not going to call this lead at least 5 times, sometimes 10 or 15, depending on the source, don't even call them once. All the business comes from the 5th to 10th conversation you have with them, not the 1st or 2nd. So make sure you're following up. You're sending them properties. You're not going to just set an appointment and not talk to them until Saturday. Like when I get a client, I have this saying like, new best friend. This is my new best friend. We're talking all the time. I picked up a lead at an open house 2 years ago. He was a doctor, super nice. We got along really well. We started chatting. Next day I call him because he was a little quick in the open house. And then we get to start talking about boats and how I have a boat and he has a boat and what he likes to do. 1 week, we after meeting this guy, I am on his boat wakeboarding with him off of Waianae. Was it awesome? Yes. Point is, new best friend. You got to make sure you're building relationships with these people. You don't just set an appointment and forget about them. That sucks. No one likes to feel like that. That's like setting a date with a girl or a guy a week from now and not talking to them once until then. Is that weird? Wouldn't that be weird? That would be weird. Lexi said it would be weird. Follow up. Number 3. Okay, we're gonna make a couple adjustments just because you guys do things a little bit differently than we do. Add to CRM, add E. I'm gonna give you guys a tip. The clients, at least when they first meet you, they don't care about you. They really don't. They would prefer to not even deal with you. After you build a relationship, then they like you and trust you, and it becomes a lot easier. But what do they care about? They care about the real estate, and they care about the properties and the investment they're about to make, which means the next thing you do is you add them to your CRM, what CRM it is. It could literally be an Excel sheet or a Google Drive spreadsheet. And then you're going to add e-alerts. E-alerts are when a property comes on, it gets emailed to you and them automatically. Because are you going to have time every day to check every brand new listing all throughout the day? No, of course not. That's ridiculous. I check the new listings in the morning, but after 8 or 9 a.m., I'm not looking at any new listings that day, which means I might not see it. But if you have an e-alert telling you that 123 Banana Street just came on the market and it goes to them and it goes to you, you can see it. You see that it's meant for Stephanie, your client, and you say, wow, that could be a really good fit. And so instead of Stephanie having to text you to set up the showing, you go, Stephanie, text, did you see that property on Banana Street? I'm free tomorrow. Can we go check it out? Question mark. You are the guiding light of real estate. Take your hand and show them how it's done. They have probably never done this before. Let's make sure we do it right. Number 3, online leads. Devin, what the frick is an online lead? All right. This can be from anything, like anything. Somebody that signs up on your website. This can be if you pay for Facebook ads. This can be Google Pay-Per, PPC. This can be Zillow, Trulia, Realtor.com, OP City, all that crap. Can be, these are really expensive, so I wouldn't focus on those right now. You're going to spend sometimes between $400 and $1,200 a pop for a lead, and sometimes the email is like Mickey Mouse at yahoo.com. So these are okay, but just know that in small sample sizes, they're tough. It's hard to get traction to your website unless you're constantly blogging and posting, but if that's your thing, do it. Facebook ads are awesome. I'd recommend you hire somebody to do it for you. Google pay-per-clips are okay. I don't really know what our production is on those. So, online leads. First thing we need to do is what we call STL, or speed to lead. You got to be fast. When people are signing up, whether it's messaging you on Instagram or Facebook, whether they're signing up on their website, going to Zillow, going to google.com or pay-per-click, they want instant gratification. They want an agent, and they want an agent now, and they want to go on a showing. Because if I'm hungry and I want food, even if there's the best, cheapest restaurant in the entire island, if my food is not available in the time I want it, which is now, I am going to go somewhere else immediately. No questions asked. I will look at the restaurant and say they're closed, and I won't even think twice about not going there to get and giving them my business at all. That is how your clients feel about you. So, speed to lead. As soon as a lead comes in, 1 minute or less, 30 seconds or less, you have to be calling or texting or emailing them, depending on how they came from. Respond in the medium that they provided or what they asked for. It's nice. Like, no one wants to send you an email with their phone number, and then say they send it from work, because everybody does personal stuff at work, right, Lexi? And then you call them, and then they're just like, hey, dude, I'm working. I sent you an email because I'm at work and I can't talk. Speed to lead, respond to their medium. Next thing. Very similar to open house. All the money is made in the follow-up. If you don't follow up with them, I will. Number 3, dude, you've got to be good at scripts. What are scripts? Scripts are, we say the same thing in this industry over and over and over and over and over again. It's just like, that's the way it goes. When a seller says, I want to interview 2 or 3 agents, I'm not ready to sign something yet. Or a buyer says, I want to think about it, or I don't know if we're ready to buy. We're concerned about the home inspection and want to cancel. Like, all of these things are scripts. You have a script. You have a dialogue you say to a client, whether or not it's something you learn from online or it's just the way you talk. You have a script. If your script is not very good, you're going to have a low conversion. What is a low conversion? That means out of 100 people you talk to, how many appointments do you set? Do you set 1? Do you set 5? I set 7.7 appointments for every 100 conversations I have. That's because I know what to say. I know how to answer questions. I know how to meet them at their level. Are they an investor? Cool. We're talking about cap rates, CPRs, what the best investments are, condos for single family, ROI. We're talking. I'm talking at your level. Are you a first-time home buyer? Whoa, we're slowing this way down. I'm going to treat you like you are an infant, and I'm going to raise you and make you so good you could pass a real estate test. I say some of those words to clients. You got to be good. Number 4. Okay, so we've got speed to lead, follow-up scripts. Similar to open house again, lead with the e-alerts. Make sure you're sending them properties. Again, they don't care about you, they care about the properties. Don't get that twisted. They're hiring a real estate agent, not a friend. But it doesn't mean you can't be their friend. It's just give them what they want. Number 5. This kind of goes a bunch of different ways depending on how you operate, but the biggest thing I'm going to put here is you got to make it easy. You have to make it easy for people. I like to think that as an agent, I am the path of least resistance. I'll do all the follow-up. I'll do all the communication. I'll do everything you need. I'll deactivate your utilities. Like, I'll get the movers in. They'll pack your boxes. They'll move for it. I will do everything. Everything. Really. And if you want to go to Bali for 2 months and you need to move and you've got, like, you know what you want, I will handle everything. The only thing I can't do for you is sign. That's the only thing. So you got to make it easy. Okay. So we covered your 1, 3, 5, your goal of 15 transactions, the 3 sources of business, the 5 strategies around every single one of them. Good job. Take this, write it down, put some thought into it. So here's the next steps. Figure out exactly what your goal is for this year. Make sure we know what you want, and then start building a plan that works around it. And then here's the most important thing. Build a schedule, a calendar, a daily schedule routine that allows you to achieve the goals you want to achieve. So next week, we're going to get into, I don't remember what it is, but it's really good stuff. If there's any questions, now is the time. I think there's a link that Lexi sent out. If you need 5 or 10 minutes with a one-on-one with me, personal consultation, you're like, Devin, I just got these couple through, please reach out. I promise I don't mind. It will be recorded for your information because we're going to post it. Yeah, like let's kill it. Sweet. I'm going to leave it open for 1 minute. All right, let's close it. Good job, everybody. See you next week.